Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in for your July 2017 Written in the Stars Horoscope. I'm super excited to deliver you the two readings that we always do, the story of your month followed by a fiercely focused spread to give you some action steps to take to make the best of your money, career, love life, health, etc. So this month there is something really exciting happening in the sky. It's called a cardinal grand cross, meaning 4 planets are taking up 4 spaces in the cardinal signs of the zodiac, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So cardinal signs are initiative takers. This is a massive month to initiate action, to start doing what it is you want to do. But a word of caution, make sure that what you're fighting for is really what you want, because there will be tendencies this month to just fight. There's some like Sun-Pluto oppositions going on, some really Mars-Pluto, oh, it's fireworks, but make them the good kind of fireworks. It is July after all. But you can read more about what that's doing for you personally at my blog, writteninthestars.co. But now, without further ado, on to
Hey Libra, happy July. It's great to have you back, or if this is your first time, it's great to meet you. Very excited to see what's going on from us scales this July 2017. What is Libra? Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising need to know for their highest good, Spirit, for their highest good. Wow. Okay. Do this in order. Love it. Okay. Wow. So I always meditate on you all before I even get started, and hop on the, and you know, turn on the camera. I was going to say hop on the call as if I'm giving you a one-on-one, because that's how it feels, Libra. That's how close I feel to you. I was going to say, I always meditate on you and, you know, do a prayer before we start the reading. And 3 cards jumped out, not these, but I want to tell you because this guy, the Hierophant, he jumped out along with the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. So I decided I should just start telling you guys that now, so that if they do pop out again, you know, we're both being stalked, so it's cool. Safety in numbers, Libra. Okay, Libra, July 2017. What does Libra need to know? Speaking of stalkers, Libra, what up? Spirit uses certain words very deliberately. We're going to see where that goes. Okay. Libra, July 2017. Libra. Libra, July. What does Libra need to know for their highest good in the month of July? And if you haven't been here before, Libra, you will notice that I'm turning cards that come in upside down, right side up. I'm an intuitive reader, so I do not read reversals as just arbitrarily muted or negative. I do pay attention to what Spirit has to say and show me about the card, so it's not as if I ignore any negative meanings. That's what I go by, not saying any reader should do the same. Everybody has their way, and this is mine. And I've gotten a couple questions and comments about that, so I just want to make that clear. Okay. It's an interesting, intense month. Okay, Libra, July. Okay. Libra, July. One more for Libra. Libra, July 2017. You know what I'm gonna do for you guys. By the way, if you see my shoulders, I promise I'm not naked. It's just strapless. It's summer in Texas. Okay. So, wow. This is an interesting and mixed bag, Libra, you know, appropriately for the sign of the scales. You're learning a lot in July. That's what Spirit is coming out with first. You're learning a lot, and it feels good. That sounds so simple, but that beautiful celebration card right here next to the Hierophant. For some of you, it's like you have found a teacher or a community that is like, this is definitely going to help teach you and enrich you is the word that specifically Spirit just said, because for some of you it's not
For some of you, it is like as straightforward as I'm taking a course, or I got back into college, or I'm taking a summer class. But for some of you, it's like personal development. It may not be something so, straightforward as school. Could even be, and the reason I say this, Libra, and I should have prefaced this with, these are general readings of everyone of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I do get a lot of messages, and that's why sometimes I'll feel like I need to clarify. And what I want you to do is really pay attention to what part of the message resonates with you. So if it's like, oh, well, I haven't, I'm not taking a class, but I did just start going to church, or something like that. It's like an organization that enriches you. And with the Hierophant here, it could very well be spiritual in nature, because he is the Pope of the Tarot. He's kind of the male equivalent of the High Priestess. It's like he's got some secret knowledge, he can pass it on to you, which in this day and age can even be something like, I just got a personal trainer or a nutritionist, and they're telling me exactly how I need to do this now, so that, I have the knowledge now, I have the power. And that's a big level up. That's a joyful thing for you, Libra. I feel like a lot of just joy and hope and excitement comes out of that. It's like to see the star right next to that saying, I feel so optimistic. My faith is renewed. Like all things are possible. And what the star says to me also is it's like, you've got the moon here. You've got the devil. You've got death, darkness, right? Darkness is not equated with badness, but darkness as in unconsciousness, as in like the shadow of mystery, as in what's behind the curtain when things die, I don't know. Darkness, that kind of darkness, shadow work. Stars shine at night. The star is like the beautiful message that is hanging in your unconscious, the sky of your unconscious, guiding you where you need to be, guiding you to the right people, the right teachers, the right stalkers even. And Libra, I don't feel, I gotta be serious. I do feel that for some of you, it is that serious. Like to the point where somebody is, if they are not literally hiding in the bushes outside your house, which I hope they're not, and if they are, call the freaking cops and turn off this video. But if you do have somebody that it's like they've been calling you when they're not supposed to, I feel like that is the case for a lot of you. It's like somebody is calling you when you don't want them to, or somebody keeps messaging you and it's like, oh my God, I didn't answer the first 40. Why was I going to answer this one, dude? Like, back up. And if it's not that plain, like if it's not sitting in your inbox or your voicemail or like an unwanted gift on your porch, then it may be coming in the form of like somebody is stalking your social media. Like you may not even know about it. So what I'm hearing about that is, okay, what I'm hearing about that is be mindful of what you post. I don't want to tell you to change your life around and to, live your life by the fact that something bad might ever happen to you. But it's like, be mindful of the fact that you don't want to be posting that you're not at your house when your house is empty, or when maybe you're not there but your child is home. Be mindful of things like that. Be mindful of not necessarily checking into places right when you get there to where somebody, checking in on a social media level, like, oh, here I am at this restaurant at this address. I kind of feel like that could bring trouble for some of you this month. So you want to be just a little bit more mindful, maybe just a little bit safer. And I want to make it clear that I'm not feeling anything dire or I feel scary. And it's just like, nobody wants to feel scared, even if it's just for a moment, even if it's just like a blip of anxiety. So I feel like just be a little careful with that, because there really is like this devil. Oh, Libra. I love you, Libra. The reason I say, oh, Libra, is because I know how strong you are. You're a cardinal sign, you're a leader. So it's like, as much as people make you out to be kind of soft and sometimes even like superficial, you're really powerful. And that's the reason when I see death and the devil, I don't even feel super compelled to be like, it's going to be okay, Libra, it's going to be okay. But it is going to be okay. Death has nothing to do with physical death, necessarily.
The devil has nothing to do with evil. It's like I said, it's about darkness. It's about what is in the shadows, what is unconscious. And there's something in your life, whether it's like a literal stalker, which they really went off about that, probably because they're just, you know, concerned about the welfare of those of you who that does affect. For those of you whom that does not affect, and it's coming in this other way, it's like there is a negative influence hanging around your life. There's an addiction, there's a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, something that needs to be looked at and cleared out. Like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and look at this. This is bullshit. And it's like, look at it because make it conscious. Don't let it be unconscious. Don't let it be something that, like, you kind of wonder if it's the problem, but you don't really want to look at it because that would be kind of scary. I want to draw your attention to the fact that if, you know, on first glance at this, you know, A, ooh, scary, but B, it looks like these people are chained up and trapped with this, you know, big scary guy. But when you look at their feet, those chains are just kind of hanging there. And it's just the threat of power that keeps them there. The threat of what could happen if they walk away. So you're not chained, Libra. You're not chained. That doesn't mean you have to walk away if you don't want to, but it means you can. Okay. Woo, that's exciting. Okay, so I said that a lot of you are going to be feeling enriched, or like you're taking classes and learning, and I feel like a lot of you are going to get the beginnings of an opportunity this month that's like, and I do feel like it's the beginning. I feel like I don't want to, you know, I never want to say, oh, you're going to meet a dark, sexy stranger and have a bunch of babies. I never want to say, oh, you're going to win the lottery or get your dream job or whatever, like your names are going to be in lights, unless I really feel that. And so I'm not telling you that what I'm about to say means you're already at the finish line, but I got to tell you, Libra, you've got something with a ton of potential. Not just creative potential, not just like, ooh, it's exciting, but like it really has the potential to make you money. So I feel for many of you, this is professional. It's like if you have a... Okay, I feel like many of you, you're looking at the work you're doing right now in your life and you're assessing whether or not you want to keep doing it. Like, is this feeding me, or do I want to turn and pivot and do something else? And that's a reason that many of you are enriching yourself and taking classes. Like, I want to broaden my horizons. I want to see, you know, if I add some more skills to my resume or whatever, or if I just broaden myself as a person, make new connections, there's going to be these new opportunities out there. And you are absolutely right. So those of you already following that intuition, congratulations. You're going to be feeling that celebration about it. And for those of you who have been feeling like you want to do that, take this as your golden ticket. Like, okay, I got to do it. I've been thinking that I want to learn this or that. And you don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars on a course. Go to the library, get a book on sewing, whatever it is that you're like, I really want to learn Buddhism. I really want to learn skating, whatever. Go learn. It doesn't have to cost a bunch of money. But I really feel go in the direction that your heart is pulling you. I want to draw your attention to these two cards sitting right next to each other, which I love. And I'll tell you why. Here's you, Libra, looking at your harvest after, you know, months and months of hard work, after a summer of hard work. It's autumn. You're looking, what have I yielded? What am I taking home? And, you know, it's good. Look how tall you grew. It's bigger than you. You've done great. It's going well. But there's something kind of calling you. There's something in your heart, like, that lights you up, that inspires you, and that even feels like a torch that a lot of you, they just said, it's like you feel like you need to hold this torch up for other people. You want to light the way for other people. And the reason I say I love these two cards next to each other is, look at, you know, this is what he's looking at. Like, what have I created? Not even noticing he's leaning on a wand. Look at that. I know he put, you know, some metal on the bottom and he made it into a tool, but that's a wand. You've already got this, Libra. Like, this is inside you. Put it to work. Put it to work and it will grow. Look how it's still flowering and growing. It will grow, Libra. And I love, again, like, then it's followed by this Page of Cups. Like, somebody in your life who you think of as, like, Spirit just said they have a great sense of humor. They make you laugh. Like, they lighten your heart. Some of you, it's like a friend or a sibling, excuse me, or even a child, like your child. because I feel like a younger energy, and if they're not chronologically younger, they're very young at heart. Like, they make you laugh because they can be very, like, silly and surprising. I feel like this person, can give you a lot of help with this, like a lot of encouragement and love, and they're going to be one of the people celebrating with you, like, yes, I knew you could do it, this is amazing. And here is the part where I say, Libra, when we level up, when we chase our passions, it gets mysterious. It gets scary. We're testing boundaries. We're going to unknown places. The moon isn't a bad card, but it's a card of, like, secrets. It's a card of, like, we can't know. Where is the light at the end of the tunnel? I don't know, because we're in the tunnel right now. And the tunnel is not a bad place to be. The tunnel is, I have decided that I'm ready, like they said earlier, to make my unconscious conscious. I'm willing to look at this. I'm willing to go in the dark and face the devil. And again, devil not being Satan, devil not being evil, devil being like, how many of you have seen Scott Pilgrim and remember that at the end he has to go face Nega Scott? It's exactly like that. Like, go watch Persona 4 the animation if you're an anime fan. I will not go off on a nerd rant like I did with poor Aquarius last month, but it's awesome. And it's a lot of fun, and if you want to know about shadow integration in a really simple way, that is a great show to watch. I believe it's on Hulu. You're going in the dark to face the devil, to face yourself, and to know yourself, and to discover more of who you are, parts of you that have been kept in the dark. That's why, like, shadow work, if you've never heard of it, or you've heard of it and been like, what is that and why does anybody care? The reason people care is whatever you keep unconscious is unaccessed power. It might be coming through as fear or addiction, as whatever, like that's how you're masking it, but what's underneath is raw power and meant to be accessed. And I feel like in July, a lot of you Libras, which again, general readings, Libra, and if you want to get more personal, if you want me to talk to your specific spirit posse and tune into your energy specifically, you can book a reading at the link below. I would love to meet you. I'm a Libra sun, so I'm totally down. And I preface that because I say that I feel like a lot of you Libras are making or have already made the choice to move into that. To move into that shadow, to move into that tunnel of, you know what, I'm going to go pursue what my passion and what my heart is telling me to pursue, even if it's not fully understood. Even if it's just like, I feel like I need to do this, so I'm going to do it. The moon is mystery, and death is saying, yep, close the chapter. And what lies on the other side of closing a chapter? Security, fulfillment, legacy, like even so much that some of you may get a little bored. Like, wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it was. I'm making more money than I thought I would. Time to go on and take on a new challenge. Like, holy crap. Holy crap, Libra. I feel like some of you are traveling or moving, like literally moving locations in July. And you're taking on a new challenge. It's a beautiful thing. It could be also in reference to that course. Put your idea to the test. That's what Spirit just said. Wow. It's like, you know, the way that you know the strength of a sword by testing it against another sword, right? And that's how you sharpen something is you know, you gotta test it. You gotta put it, test its metal. And that's what you've got to do in July. Go ahead, put it out there. Like, give it a shot. Let it be critiqued. Let it slam up against other swords. It's going to make it stronger, not weaker. So challenge your ideas. Put them out there. Follow your heart, Libra. There's like security and enjoyment and passion on the other side of the mystery and on the other side of what is a little bit scary because it's unknown, but it's an exciting unknown. It's an unknown that is full of potential passion. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see what kind of action steps, what kind of practical, step-by-step things you can do this month to make the very most of it. If you haven't been here before, Libra, this is when I take a second deck of cards, and I'm going to pull 5, starting with one from the Major Arcana as a theme for your month. Like, what does Libra Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising. What does Libra need to know, understand, embody, or be prepared for in the month of July? Wow. Look at that. Same card, different deck. And whenever I pull death or the devil, I pull a prescription card just to see, okay, what's on the other side of that? What's on the other side of that closed chapter for Libra, which is amazing. I love, it's crazy. I know that I say this a lot, but it's like I've been doing this for decades, and Spirit, like, it's still, whew, it still thrills me. It's still amazing. Okay, Libra, July, what's coming on the other side, Spirit? What? Wow. Okay. Wow. 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 Okay, death. What follows death? The Lovers. And the Lovers has a couple of meanings, Libra. Yes, for some of you it could be that, like, when you put the death to the old life, to the old relationship, like they were saying, some of you, that devil is a toxic relationship. There is love. There's true love. There's a soulmate. There's a match that could be really match made in heaven, is what Spirit just said, which I never say about this card, even though, you know, it's kind of like an obvious, kind of a, you know, cheap shot. But that's what they said. For some of you, it's like, yes, there is the potential for when you put the old life to death, when you take the risk, when you courageously release that which is no longer for you, you make room for what is for you, spiritually, energetically. So a lot of you are making room for love. Now, for those of you who it's not love, it's not a relationship that you're, you know, putting to the death or looking for, the Lovers has another meaning, which is there's a very exciting fork in the road, which completely underlines and goes with that Ace of Wands on the other side of the Seven of Pentacles, saying you can keep doing what you've been doing, which you've been doing well, like they said, or you can do this other thing that feels like, this feels exciting, this feels like my passion, this feels like it could be amazing. The Lovers is like alchemy. Something magical lies on the other side of you putting things to death. So whether it's love or whether it's a different kind of amazing, like, transcendent, life-altering passion, either way, Libra, I'd say it's a pretty good endorsement to go ahead and go for it. Okay, let's look at now what's going on in the physical. What's going on with your money, your job, your career, your resources, even your health, because this is the earthly, the material, the pentacles. What does Libra most need to know? What can they do to serve their highest good in July? Wow. All right. In July 2017. Build your foundation, Libra. Build it up. Take it slow, slow and steady. You're going to celebrate a milestone, a lot of you, in July. Like, wow, look at what I was able to build. Look at what I was able to create. And it's a little milestone. It's the beginning. It's not like, ta-da, the whole thing is done. But it's like, wow, this is really coming together. And the other thing they're telling me about this, Libra, is that this card in particular is often about, like, you've really put together a good team. You've got people of different expertise coming in and looking at this thing and being like, oh, okay, and if we do this and we do that, it's like, you know, the architect for the strength of the thing and the monk to make sure the symbolism is right. You know what I mean? Like, we've got different people coming in and saying, okay, and if we do this and add that, perfect, amazing. Like, this is in balance. Look at that triangle for balance. So it may be a literal trio for some of you, and for some of you it's just like, nope, I've collected the right team, and we all, like, really bring a valuable piece and a valuable skill to the table. So expect to celebrate a small milestone, and it's like a beautiful beginning, Libra. I love that. I feel like it's summoning you somewhere. So maybe even it's like you meet these people that are going to help enrich your life, like they were saying. And it becomes the start of something like, hey, we should do this together, like a project or something creative, something that could even make you money, something professional, something to do with your skills. I like it. A lot of possibilities for you in July. Okay, Libra. Next, what's going on in your element? What are you thinking about? What are you speaking about? What's on your mind in July? For your highest good, what does Libra need to know or do in the mental realm in July? Speak your truth, even if it's awkward. Meaning, Libra, if you have to say to somebody, hey, I'm drawing a freaking line, like, draw the line. Don't be afraid to draw the line. Don't be afraid to say, like, no, 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 that's bullshit. Or, like, no, we've done this before and I don't want to do it again. That's what Spirit just said for some of you very specifically. Don't be afraid. Do it. Say your piece. I'm not telling you to go out and be mean on purpose, but I can say this to you because you're a Libra and because that's not your default expression. Only speak it if you need to speak it and if it's the truth, but don't at that moment when somebody is saying something to you that feels completely unacceptable and you have that Libran reaction of like, okay, I'll swallow this, I don't want to make a scene, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, make them uncomfortable. That's what I'm hearing. Don't be afraid to make them uncomfortable. Because you're not doing it to be mean. You're doing it with a noble purpose, to stand in your integrity, Libra. You only use your sword when you need to. Okay. Now, what are you feeling? What's in your heart this month, Libra? What does Libra need to know for their highest good about what's going on in the emotional realm? Wishes coming true. Wishes coming true, but not if you rest on your laurels, Libra. So don't like be too relaxed. Don't be too excited and like optimistic to the point where you're like, and I'm sure it'll all sort itself out. Like, make sure that you take action, but oh my gosh, you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you put in the labor, it's going to be so worth it. Yeah, Spirit is really emphasizing don't rest. So I'm not telling you, you know, not to take breaks or anything like that, but I'm feeling like there could be some temptation to really, really, really be chill. And that if you do that, you might miss out on some momentum. You might miss out on a little bit of like, oh, damn, if I had just done, you know, 2 more hours of work that week, I might have had this. Or if I'd, you know, put in 2 more hours at the gym, whatever your thing is, Libra, because it's different for everybody. 2 hours in my business, whatever. I could have gotten this done, but instead, nah. Which is totally okay, but I feel like you'll feel like wishes come true if you put in the work. Like this milestone, that could be your wish coming true. So, you know, let that get you excited. Okay, Libra. Finally, what's lighting you up? What's lighting you on fire? What's exciting you? Oh, alrighty. He's like, me! Again, same card, different deck. I really do feel like some of you are moving. That Knight of Wands is often a sign of like a geographical move. Like I have to pursue my life and my passion and what I need over here. And for those of you that are not having a geographical move, it's the same essence of the message of like pursue your passion. You have to do what you feel like your heart is calling you to do, or else you're just going to feel, you know, a little dull, a little flavorless. You've got to, you know, you've got to embrace your fire and your flavor, Libra. Be who you are boldly. That's really important this month, and I feel like for a lot of you that has to do with that death, like the death of people pleasing, the death of, you know, keeping the peace at all costs. Like keeping the peace is fantastic, but never at all costs. Nothing is good at all costs. Be who you are, Libra, and you will make tremendous strides in July. That is the message. Love it. Love it. Oh, cool. Libra, I want to hear all about it. Do you have questions? Is this resonating for you? I mean, I know we're a couple days into July, so is any of this already manifesting, or can you feel it coming down the pipeline? Let me know in a comment or on social media, or you can email me. I've linked all that stuff below, and I would just love to hear how I can make your life more magical. Your month, your life, everything, Libra. I hope that this does help you have a better month, and that I see you again in August. Bye, Libra.